Okay, so now I'm gonna be taking on Tate and Liza gyms. In this place, all the trainers are under permanent trick room, set up automatically. So these fights have been tough to plan for, but I've managed to find a line for all of them. I don't have one for TNL themselves, but it's that's well, but we're just not gonna do them yet. That I don't know what I was trying to say there. First, though, we do need to make a slight detour. We need to get the eject pack. You need to do an optional fight in order to get. I have a line for this. So for this, we're going to be bringing Oma Star. Where's my Oma? There it is. Staraptor. Bisharp, which I believe is already my party. Bisharp making its first appearance. Samurott. Tentacruel, which is, I believe, in box 2, yeah. And Conkeldurr. So we need to teach Flip Turn to Tentacruel. Give it a surf since I have Muddy Water. And Tentacruel also isn't leveled up. Let me do that. Okay, and we need to pre-damage. Oh no, wait. We also need to use use one of my mints, a serious mint on Bisharp. Currently, it's Calm, which is minus attack. I need to get rid of that. I was probably gonna do this at some point, so I'm fine with doing it now. Yeah. We also need to pre-damage Raptor to 154. Check that is the right damage. Yeah. Okay, so for items, we want Power Herb on Oma. Staraptor doesn't need an item. It's only doing one thing in the fight. Bisharp wants black glasses. Samurai, I want Frost. Name was Tenta and Conk. Berry juice. Let me check something. I think just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna go citrus. Okay. No, don't fight them. I'm not doing the clear amulet fight. I need to also bring it to low tide. No, no. Night. What is this guy? Yeah, I believe once I go down here, that's when when the fight starts. Okay. So Kirim is going to Earth Power us. We do take a lot of damage, but we never die to crits. And it will deal enough damage that will be when we want to next. We power our Meteor Beam that will kill. We get a special attack boost, so that will mean we always kill. Yeah, it never can crit us because we are shell armor. Jeez. This is always going to be fast kill Blaziken. This is a jetpack Blaziken. It has overheating close combat, so that's like kind of the idea behind it. What we're going to do is I'm going to intimidate Staraptor to intimidate us, and that will intimidate it, and that will activate a jetpack. And this time there's no ability that will make it immune, unlike the last time. And then Raptor, intimidate it out, and it will bring in the next one that I want. This is gonna look like Kabalion, but it's actually Zoroark. Yeah. I pre-damage to specific HP to bait always Hyper Voice from Zoroark, so we don't need to worry about Bitter Malice attack drop. Starker happened to have the right typing for that. Go into Bisharp on the Hyper Voice. That's fine. And we Sucker Punch kill the what you have it, the Zoroark. Let me also change my Bishop's nature into Calc. Zoroark's really frail, so this always kills. So it's going to be Blaziken back in. It's always going to be going for Blaze Kick because both Close Combat and Overheat are negative effect. Go into Samurott on the Blaze Kick. We always take 2 hits and can't be crit because we're shell armor. And Surf kill into Aqua Jet kill. Surf is a pretty good range to kill, but if I yeah, I can do that, but that's fine. It's just wasting time. Oh yeah, I guess Close Combat's gonna drop its defense to always kill, but it wouldn't have made a difference either way. This is Braviary out for fast kill. Random move would be normally pretty bad, but because Esper Wing raises its special attack, or is it speed? I can't remember. its speed. It's guaranteed to raise its speed, so that means that it's positive effect, unless it's always going to be going for it. So yeah, it's always going to be going for Esper Wing, so we get a safe switch into Bisharp. It shouldn't raise its speed even if it doesn't hit me. Okay, so we need a bit of chip on this for Bisharp's Sucker Punch to kill. And since Bisharp's immune to Esper Wing, we're always going to be baiting either Air Slash or Heat Wave. It can't Future Sight because it sees that it has a kill on me. We go into Tentacruel on those. Tentacruel can take both. Life Orb will do a little bit of damage to it. This isn't Sheer Force, this is Tented Lens Braviary. And we're faster with Tenta. Where's my Tenta? There it is. And we can Flip Turn to get a bit of extra damage. It's always going to be Esper Wing, even if we got on range of Air Slash or Heat Wave, it would still be Esper Wing because positive effect. Flip Turn to get a bit of extra damage. And go back into Bisharp. And we can kill with Sucker Punch. That was why we needed the Serious Mint, so that we could kill this after the Life Orb plus Flip Turn. This is now Cobalion out. This is always Sacred Sword. I'm not in range of anything else. Go into Conk on the Sacred Sword. It happens that Conk very perfectly doesn't show kill with an 8th roll of Hammer Arm plus Super Power. They do the same amount of damage because Hammer Arm's Iron Fist boosted. So this means that since I'm slower, obviously, Cobalion is always going to click Swords Dance. Yep. But what he doesn't know is that I have Mach Punch. That wasn't too bad. Okay, so that's 1 for Oma. One for Samurott. 2 for Bisharp, which was Bisharp's first 2, because I did just get it. And 1 for Conk. Conk's getting pretty close to 30. Yeah, ice puzzles. Alright, there's the eject pack. I only actually need this for one fight, but it is very important for that fight, so I have to pick it up. Alright, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so for the first trainer, it's Preston Mara. This is not only a in permanent trick room as all of them are. This is also a psychic terrain fight, so that's something to look out for. Though it is only 8 turns of psychic terrain, it's being set up for Indeed's Psychic Surge, and it has terrain extender. So for this fight, we're going to be bringing Caparaja. Let me get the items off first. Just to check, Caparaja slot 1 is correct. Yes, it is. Okay. Armaldo. Salamence. Arcanine. I've been using Arcanine a lot. I should honestly move it to box 1. But who would I get rid of? I'll keep it then. In box 2. Arcanine, Omastar, and Samurott, which I just put in box 2. Okay, so we need to teach one move, which is Waterfall to Samurott. Yeah, Mono Water Samurott, sure, why not? Okay, so we want Iron Ball, which we just picked up in 124. This item's very good in TNL Gym for pretty obvious reasons. We're going to be using it on every single fight. You know, we put Iron Ball and Copper Roger, which is basically a bit weird, but there is a good reason for this. One thing to consider is that I am planning on using Brave Mint on Caparaja later on, but I think I'm not going to now because I did calc this fight without it, and I don't want it to potentially mess things up. I want Silver Powder on Armaldo, which I don't know where is that? There it is. Put Citruses on both Mence and Arcanine, and also Samurott, and I want Power on Omastar. Okay. That's everything. So yeah, this is yeah, Trick Room's up, and so is the Psychic Surge. So this Hatterene is 29 base speed, so it's incredibly slow. I have literally nothing that outspeeds this on Trick Room. The only thing that I have, like even most of my mons holding an Iron Ball are still faster than this, aka slower in Trick Room. But the one thing that does work is Iron Ball Caparaja, which does outslow this, so it is faster in Trick Room. We can Iron Head the Hatterene. Well, more specifically, the one thing I have that outslows and kills it. And we Leech Life the Indeedee, this always kills it. We're just naturally slower with Armaldo, so faster in Trick Room. Double kill right off the bat. So this is going to be Kaparaja being on the right side, so it's going to be Medicham for the first slow kill, because Incineroar just barely doesn't see kill into it. And our Moldo's going to be waiting in Donphan because I have fast kill on Hypno, which is the Evermon in the back. This is room service Medicham. Okay, so currently both see kill on Kaparaja, and neither see kill on Armaldo, so it's double diagonal targeting. We want to switch into Salamence on the Kaparaja slot to take the Drain Punch, and we're gonna also get an Intimidate off, which is very important. We're gonna weaken the Donphan's high horsepower, which is going into Armaldo, and we Leech Life the Medicham. We could have killed a crit, that would have been fine though. We had a backup for that. Okay, so even with the -1, Medicham still sees kill into Salamence with Ice Punch. Same with Donphan Ice Spinner, though that could have potentially not been the case. So it's going to always be going for Ice Punch into it, and Donphan's still going for a Moldo. We go into Arcanine, we go to take the Ice Punch again to get another Intimidate off, and we Leech Life kill the Medicham. And yeah, Incineroar's the last one. It's gonna get its own Intimidate off, though it doesn't matter because we're gonna be switching both Mons out. So even at -2 attack, which the Donphan is currently at, it still sees kill into Arcanine with high horsepower. And since no other Mon sees kill into either, it's going to be switching to a cross-targeting. Donphan's going for Arcanine, and Incineroar is going for Armaldo. We switch into Salamence again on the high horsepower, get another Intimidate off, and we go into Omastar on either Darkest Lair or Blaze Kick from Incineroar. Either are fine. Using a lot of Intimidate cycling this fight. Horsepower and Darkest Lariat. Okay. So, now, this would be kind of a bad situation in theory because because there's no kills that are seen at all, so it's completely random targeting, but it's fine. If both target Omastar always lives -3 high horsepower plus -1 Drain Punch from Incineroar plus max roll -1 Darkest Lariat. And if it's going into Salamence, Samurott can always live the moves. Ice Spinner and Darkest Lariat. And we Meteor Beam the Incineroar. Yeah, it even does double target Star. But I knew that was a possibility. We just barely live all those moves. If it was Blaziken, it could have burned us, but Blaziken also does way less, so we don't die to burn. Okay. Now it's 2v1. Waterfall Donphan and switch it back into Armaldo. This Donphan has been intimidated 3 times, so it's not really going to do much for my 2 Battle Armor mods. just keep attacking it until it eventually dies. Okay, so, and then the last step is the Hypno, which we don't take a lot. Which, oh wait, no, I was saying that right. We just, I don't know, we just fast kill with our Maldo Leech Life with Stellar Power boosts all these kills. There's actually something I want to do before I go any further in the gym, so I don't need to go back and do it later. Let me first get the frags down. That would be 3 for Armaldo. Um, 1 for Oma, which is now tied with Togi. Who got the kill on Donphan? I wasn't paying enough attention. Okay, it's Samurott that got the kill. 1 for Samurott and 1 for Caparaja. So I'll get my Mr. Mime out. Each of the items off while we're at it. Oh wait, I don't need to actually go anywhere. Right, Granite Cave is just to evolve into Galarian Mime. I can just, okay, yeah, but yeah, we are going to be evolving. We are going to be evolving our Mr. Mime into Mr. Rhyme finally. Fake Tears. I guess I could get rid of Psyshock. That's a 2 move, so I don't know if I'm actually going to use it, but so Psyshock isn't getting used on any of these fights, right? It's not okay. Alright, so now, so next up in terms of our fight is Blake and Samantha. So we're gonna lead off with, we're gonna go with Togi, bringing Togi, Sceptile, which does have a purpose in this fight, Caparaja, Bisharp and Sylveon, and I don't know who I'm gonna bring as backup. I only need 5 Mons for this. I'll bring Torkoal. Okay, so first of all, we want to Brave Mint Caparaja. This is where the first fight we need it for. Currently, my Caparaja is Calm Nature, which is actually the same as Bisharp, if anything. Minus attack, we need to get rid of that. And we also, getting the extra boost to our attack will really help for both of the fights I'm using it for. Okay. And we're not teaching any moves this fight. We just need to equip items now. We want silver powder on Togi. Where's my silver powder? No need an item on Sceptile. Let me double check something real quick, just to make sure of this. Caparaja. Yeah, it does all work right. So we want Muscle Band on Caparaja. I don't know where it is. Oh, I think it's in here. Here it is, yeah. Metal Coat on Bisharp and Iron Ball on Sylveon. I'll give I don't know, I'll give a Jetpack to Torkoal. Okay. Just to check. Yeah, it's. Oh, wait a second. No, wait, no, I do. Do I? Oh, okay. Oh, thank goodness I noticed this. It's actually. The slotting is actually. It's actually a different slot. I need Sceptile in slot 1. And Togi in slot 2. Yeah, because, like, Togekiss. Or in Togekiss go for Sceptile. Togi, and you're like diagonal from there because. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is right. So Togekiss is slot 1. Okay, yeah, I'm right. Okay. Good thing I noticed this. That would have been pretty bad. Togekiss and Farafrig. Okay, so first of all, we want to. So first of all, the only kill it's seen is Terra Blast into Sceptile, and there's no kill seen on Togi, so it's going to be diagonal targeting. Togekiss is going for Sceptile, and Farafrig is going for Togi. We detect a Sceptile to dodge kill from Togekiss, and we U-turn the Farafrig to both get the important chip that we need and to switch out with Togi. We're going to take a Shadow Ball, that's fine. We never died a crit, and we're not going to be in trouble if we get a crit or anything like that. Armor Tail doesn't block Detect, so I'll start with this. Shadow Ball. Terra Blast. That's fine, doesn't make a difference. Okay, so now we go into Kaparaja. Kaparaja is now incredibly slow, so it's same situation in terms of targeting. Togekiss sees kill on Sceptile, Never kill on Kaparaja. We're just out of Flamethrower range on Togekiss, which is important for coming up. Oh, one thing to mention about this is that this Togekiss has Follow Me, which would, in theory, be pretty annoying, but, which is pretty annoying, but one way to prevent it from playing Follow Me is to show it a kill, since Follow Me is +3, kill is +4, so, yeah. It's going to Terra Blast. Here we go into Togi on that. And we Iron Head kill Farafrig. We're slower than this, so we're faster. After the chip damage we've taken from Terra Blast and Shadow Ball, okay, first of all, Sylveon comes in because Kaparaja shows kill of both it and Diggersby in the back. It's going to be baiting down the line. So it's same situation in terms of targeting. Well, kind of same situation. Togekiss sees kill on Togi, and Sylveon sees no kills. The Sylveon doesn't really make that much of a difference. Since Farafrig's now gone, we don't need to worry about Armor Tail, so we can actually fake out Togekiss, get an extra turn, and we Iron Head Sylveon. These kills. Diggersby comes out. He's gonna get room service, but Kaparaja is so slow that even with the room service speed drop, we're still faster than it. Under Trick Room, obviously. Where's my Kaparaja? And oh, there it is. And yeah, and now, so both see kill on Togi, and only Diggersby sees kill on Kaparaja. Does it actually see kill? It does not actually. Wait, what? Damn, that's actually pretty crazy. But it doesn't make a difference. It's still diagonal targeting. So we Spiky Shield the Togi. Since Togi sees a kill, it won't click Follow Me. And we superpower the Diggersby. So it was very important to bait down the line, or else we would. What was I saying? Or else we would have this. We would have our attack drop from superpower, but bad time though. Actually, we might still kill Sylveon even with -1 attack. It does do a lot to Sylveon. It's got pretty poor physical bulk, and it is a super effective sheer force boosted move. Yeah, with Muscle Band I would kill. We need the Muscle Band to get this kill of Superpower as well. That is the other thing. Spiky Shield and Superpower. Okay, so now it's the same situation in terms of targeting, sort of. I mean, there's no diagonal thing, but since it only sees kill on Togi, it's going to always be going for that. We switch into Sylveon on the Flamethrower, and Kaparaja is untargeted. We go into Bisharp. Okay, so Bisharp is actually naturally slower than this Togekiss. For some reason, this Togekiss doesn't have minus speed, which is like different than like basically every other mon in this gym. Where's my Bisharp? There it is. So we do outspeed it in Trick Room, and Sylveon's holding the Iron Ball, so that means that we are also slower than this. Hyper Voice plus Iron Head always kills the Togekiss. So Gothitelle comes out next. Shadow Tag Gothitelle, but since we're slower than this because we have Iron Ball on Sylveon. We're not slower with Bisharp, but we have Sucker Punch, so we can just use that. And these two moves combined just barely kills it. It's actually so close, kind of crazy. I think that actually Gothitelle is. Oh no, it's not gonna fake out because he's killing Bisharp. I might have actually been calcing with Calm Bisharp because I did way more than I remembered doing in the calc. Yeah, I think I was. Well, it doesn't make a difference. I mean, it doesn't matter to kill it harder, I guess. I don't know. I don't think Hitmontop's gonna. Yeah, we're gonna get intimidated. We have Inner Focus on Bisharp though. That wouldn't have really made a difference. So we Hyper Voice. We're Iron Ball, so we have speed, and it's a range to kill Hitmontop. But Sucker Punch will pick up the range. Oh, it does have Protect. Yeah, but that doesn't make a difference though. You just do it next turn. Okay. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so next fight is Virgil and Nate, and we're gonna be absolutely destroying this fight. It's not even gonna be fair. So for this one, we're going to so we're going to be bringing for this one Skeledirge. It's just to check, Skeledirge slot 1 is correct. Yeah, Luxray's in slot 1. And oh wait, let me get the frags out first. I forgot to do that. So that's 3 for Caparaja. So up to 12. 2 for Sylveon. And 1 for Bisharp. Alright. Yeah, okay, so for this fight, so Skeledirge, Togi, which I don't think Togi is there already. Talonflame. This is for reference. This is also a grassy terrain fight. It's important to keep in mind for this. Okay, so and Sawsbuck. That's actually all the 4 mons I need. Though for the other 2 as backup, we're going to be bringing... Where's my Sawsbuck? Oh, there it is. We're going to be bringing Mr. Rhyme and Sableye. Which I'm going to move Mr. Rhyme to box 1. Who's going? Golem use is kind of faded at this point. So you have Mr. Rhyme and Sableye. Okay, so we need to teach. We're teaching 1 move, and that's Scorching Sands to. It's 112. No, it's one. No, it's Slate Port. Scorching Sands to Skeledirge. Get rid of a Yawn. Never got to even use it, but I don't really care. Yeah, that's the only move I have to teach. So, Skeledirge. So enough for items. I didn't take items off of Togepi. I'm gonna replace it soon anyway, so whatever. So we want Iron Ball and Skeledirge. We want Choppleberry Berry on Togi. We want no item on Talon, which is deliberate because well, acrobatics obviously. And loaded dice on Sawsbuck. I also want to put Aspire on Sableye. That might be useful. And I don't know, I guess I'll give Citrus to Rhyme. Just double check something. Yeah. Iron Ball, Chopple, Unloaded Dice, Citrus, Aspire. And Skeledirge has Scorching Sands. I'm gonna lead Luxray. Rillaboom. Rillaboom's gonna have grassy terrain. Luxray's gonna intimidate us. That's fine though. Skeledirge's a special attacker, and Toge's not gonna be attacking. It's not gonna make a difference. Okay, so to start off with, currently the situation in terms of targeting Rillaboom, because we have the Choppleberry Berry only sees kill with high horsepower and never hammer arm. That doesn't matter yet, but it will matter later. So, and it won't fake out. That's like the one that is important actually, because in this case Toge's actually slower. So wouldn't really matter, but okay. And currently Luxray sees no kills into Eevee, and Luxray has Howl. Currently, Skeledirge does actually show fast to a KO Luxray with Overheat, but the AI, setup AI doubles works in a really weird way where it doesn't actually look at just the mon it's slot targeted into, it looks at both mons to determine if it can set up or not. I saw this on the Jagged Pass double where it clicked, so yeah, it means that even though Skeledirge is technically preventing it from setting up, because Togi isn't, because it does like no damage to this Luxray, especially after Intimidate, it's still gonna always click Howl. So we Torch Song the Luxray, fake out Rillaboom. That's fine. Doesn't make a difference. Should howl here. Okay. I guess I could torch song here because I got the crit, but I'm just gonna stick with. I'm gonna stick to the line and just. Okay, so Terrain Recovery. Even if Torch Song min rolled after Grassy Terrain Recovery, Scorching Sands always kills the Lux Ray. Still targeting Rillaboom, still targeting Togi, and not. Well, actually, doesn't this kill? It doesn't see kill on Skeledirge. It doesn't make a difference if it would, though. Even if it did, it wouldn't make a difference. Actually, that could have potentially made a difference, but yeah, that doesn't. I was aware of that as a thing that could happen. Okay, so we Spiky Shield, we Scorching Sands, Luxray, Spiky Shield with Togi. So Skeletor shows fast kill to the Houndstone, which means that this is always going to be Camerupt. So we Scorching Sands the Camerupt. Currently targeting is Camerupt sees kill on Neaver, Rillaboom sees kill on Togi. Even after the Howl boost that Rillaboom got. No, wait, no. Yeah, both see kill on Togi, Neaver see kill on Skeledirge. I think I said that wrong, but yeah, Rillaboom's always going for Togi, and since Skeledirge sees no kills into... Since Camerupt sees no kills into Skeledirge, and it also has Howl, that means it's always going to Howl. So we Scorching Sands, Camerupt, switch into Talonflame on high horsepower. Even with the Howl boost, it's never going to... Rillaboom never sees kill with Hammer Arm, so we always get to go in on high horsepower. This never kills because we have Sash, and sets up perfectly for Winging next. So Rillaboom is at +2 attack, which would be kind of scary to deal with because now it starts seeing kills on Skeledirge. But we set this up with switch right in order to get this specific thing. We can Torch Song the Rillaboom and priority Acrobatics the Camerupt. We have Gale Wings on Talonflame, which means that this is Acrobatics is priority unless it goes before it, even despite Trick Room being a thing. And it always kills. After the Scorching +1 Scorching Sands damage. +1 Torch Song always kills this Rillaboom. So Talonflame should be baiting in Blastoise, and yeah, Houndstone comes out as the last bond. Okay, so in terms of targeting, Blast Respect has been boosted quite a bit, which means that it sees kill on both. Blastoise sees kill on neither, so it should fake out my Talonflame. We Torch Song the Houndstone. This Houndstone's fluffy, so this does a lot, and especially now that we're at +2, because of the Iron Ball, we're slower than Houndstone. And we go into Sawsbuck on the Liquidation. If Kangaskhan, it's not Kangaskhan, I think it's a later fight. No, it's Hariyama. If Hariyama came out, I had a way of handling that. That's what the backup mons were for mostly. Okay, yeah. So we Torch Song Houndstone, go into Sawsbuck on Fake Out or Liquidation. I think it's just always Fake Out. Okay, it is Fake Out. Okay, so we Shadow Ball Blastoise and Loaded Dice Bullet Seed. This is Leaf Rush on Solid Bucks, whereas Fast Blastoise, despite Trick Room being, you go before the Blastoise, despite Trick Room being a thing. I think, from what I remember in the Calx Bulletin on its own just kills, but in case it doesn't, Shadow Ball will. And Hariyama's last. Shouldn't fake out because it's easy kill on Sawsbuck with close combat. So we Shadow Ball plus Loaded Dice Bullet Seed, and those two moves combined will always kill. We're like plus free with Skeletors, so Shadow Ball does a lot to it. That actually almost just killed on its own, but okay, yeah, that was a pretty crazy line, to be honest. Okay, so in terms of frags for that one, how many kills did Skeletor get? I got one on Luxray, Houndstone, Rillaboom, and Hariyama. So I got 4, which is Cham. So it's at 8 now. And also, that's 1 for Talon, which is Talon's first, because I didn't get that. I mean, I did have had it for a bit, but I haven't had it for that long. And 1 for Sawsbuck. Okay. Okay, so Sylvia and Hannah are next. This is the fight I definitely struggled with the most. Electric terrain fight. Had some really annoying mons to deal with, but I managed to find a way. For this one, we're going to be bringing Mr. Rhyme. This fight is the main reason that I'm taking Mr. Rhyme. Just gonna double check something real quick. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we got Mr. Rhyme. We also want Nidoking, Donphan, Torkoal, Hitmonlee, and Togi. Okay, so, yeah. So we want Electric Seed on Mr. Rhyme, which I think this is the first time I've ever used it. Um, Eject Pack on Nidoking, Iron Ball on Donphan, Charcoal on Pyroar, and just Berry Juices on the other two, Hitmonlee and Togi. Okay, so Yeah, Pincursion slot 1, so Mr. Rhyme slot 1 is correct. There was no moves I had to teach, right? No. See, the Pincursion sets up trick, not trick room. I mean that's just automatic. Sets up electric terrain. Get the electric seed on Mr. Rhyme. Okay, so first of all, where we want to fake out the belly bolt and Pincursion, because it sees no kills into either of my mons, is going to always be clicking Toxic Spikes this turn, which is fine. We're just going to let it set it up. And we Headlong Rush it with Nido King, which is going to activate a Jetpack and switch us in. Actually, Toxic Spikes are good for us because of the way that I have this whole thing set up. So yeah, we fake out Belly Bolt to prevent it from attacking this turn, which would actually be Reflect in theory, but it's important to prevent that too. We Headlong Rush Pincursion, this always kills it, and it will activate a Jetpack and it will lower our defenses. Pincursion's really slow, so it's slower. It's faster, and we'll always get up Toxic Spikes first. Electromorphosis is fine, it doesn't make a difference. Okay, so now we go into Donphan. Donphan's going to take the Toxic Spikes, which is actually good for baiting later, because that means that Donphan is going to have its sturdy tote chipped off, so the guy will start seeing kills. Which is why I say that Toxic Spikes is good for us. It's not quite that good for us though, so we do want to get rid of it, which is why. So Golem comes in because it sees that, because it sees exactly a kill with Explosion into Mr. Rhyme, and yeah, and both see kill into Rhyme, but because it's gonna be diagonal targeting because Golem's going for that. So Golem is gonna be going for Explosion. Belly Bolt is going to be going for Reflect because it doesn't see kill into Donphan. I got nothing to prevent Reflect, so it's always gonna be going for that. So we're going to switch out here on Rhyme into Neo King. This is a Galvanized Explosion, so since we're both ground types, we'll both be immune to it, so we'll actually only hit its own Belly Bolt and also kill the Golem. I've set this up in a specific way where that, since Donphan is Iron Bolt, it's slower than the Belly Bolt. If it's going to... So here's the thing. Well, first of all, Belly Bolt Fake Out plus high horsepower, even with Belly Bolt Berry, which it does have, plus Golem, which you have it, plus Golem Explosion hitting its own slot, even with Reflect, will always kill. The big thing is that these two mons are speed tied, so depending on who wins the speed tie, either Golem gets the Explosion off first, Belly Bolt dies and Reflect doesn't go up, or Belly Bolt goes first, gets the Reflect up, and then Golem will still kill it, but Reflect will be up. Depending on what happens, I have two different diverging lines for that because it will completely change the bait. But I've accounted for both scenarios. So we have high horsepower. Golem will explode. Neoki coming in will get rid of the Toxic Spikes, that's the other thing. Who's going to... Alright, what's it going to be? The line's it going to be? Okay, we're going to get the non-reflect line. it's gonna take another tick of poison. Okay, so now let's bring up my non-reflect line. Venusaur Room Service is gonna activate, and Donphan shows Fast Kill to Lantern without Reflect being up, so it's gonna be in Torterra. So currently the kills that are seen are Torterra sees kill into Nidoking with high horsepower. Venusaur sees kill with Energy Ball into Donphan, and Venusaur sees no kill into Nidoking, and Torterra doesn't see a kill into Donphan, even after poison damage, which is barely out of range. Okay, so it's going to be it's now flipped to a cross-targeting. Venusaur is going for Donphan, Torterra is going for Nidoking. So what do I do? Okay, yeah, so I go into Torkoal on Torterra high horsepower, which is gonna seem scary, but we always survive. We always survive high horsepower. We can't make quickness or shell armor, and we go into Togi on the energy ball. From Venusaur. Torkoal on high horsepower and Togi on energy ball. Okay, so even with room service that the Venusaur has, my Torkoal is still slower, so it will always be faster in Trick Room. Charcoal Overheat always kills Venusaur, and we need to fake out the Torterra to prevent killing either of my Mons. Okay, so now we're into 2v1 situation. So Torterra, it sees kills on random Mon. We are gonna kill this Torterra with Torkoal, but because we are -2, we need to pivot Torkoal back in. The way to do that is we go into Mr. Rhyme, who can always take crit from any move, and we spiky shield with Togi. Oh yeah, Rock Slide was possible, but that's fine, we take that. Alright, we fake out with Torterra with Mr. Rhyme and switch into Torkoal on the Togi slot. Okay. And now we're going to switch Donphan in here to prep what we need for next turn, and we overheat kill Torterra. So, kind of a crazy thing, but Donphan actually just one-shots this Lantern, and because we have Iron Ball, we are slower and thus faster in Trick Room. I guess I'll just, like, rapid spin this for some extra damage. It doesn't really matter, but I'll do it anyway. Very glad that worked. Okay. So next up is Kathleen and Nicholas. For this fight's kind of a weird one. You'll see what I mean in a bit. For this one, we want a zoom roll, scissor. Let me get the items off. Hold up. And also, let's update the frag sheets. Let's before I forget about that. So that's one for Nidoking. Two for Torkoal, which brings it to 20 now. Uh, Nobody really fragged Golem and Belly Bolt because Golem killed itself with Explosion and it also killed Belly Bolt. I guess I'll give it to Rhyme because Rhyme is the one that baited Explosion. And on Fan got the one on Lantern. Yeah. Okay, so we want for this one we want Scizor Zoom Roll, Mr. Rhyme, Sawsbuck, Emmy, and Bisharp. Okay, so we want. Do we have any moves to teach? No. We don't want an item on Scizor. We want Iron Ball on a Zoom Roll. Which I think I just put on. Yeah, okay. On Mr. Rhyme, we want Akaberry. Sawsbuck, we want Loaded Dice. And on Emmy and Bisharp, we just want Citruses. No items, no moves, I mean, to teach, no. Should have this all right. This... Okay, so there's very interesting special AI involved in this fight. So basically, this Golurk has weakness policy, and this Rhyperior has Surf, and like there's so if like the AI has a move that can activate weakness policy, it doesn't like kill it too quickly. It will always click it. So Rhyperior will always be clicking Surf here in order to capitalize on that. We need to Bullet Punch Golurk and Liquidation it. Those moves plus Surf. I think actually those two moves on its own will just always kill Golurk, and Rhyperior will Surf. We're Iron Ball and a Zoom Roll, so we're faster than Golurk at their Trick Room. Rhyperior is bad special attack, so the Zerf does not do that much damage. Heatmore comes out. Same situation as Heatmore has weakness policy. Rhyperior is going to Surf. Heatmore comes in because he's killing Scizor. We're going to go into Mr. Rhyme. It won't get a chance to attack though because we're just going to Liquidation, and that plus Surf always kills. Liquidation is pretty likely to kill, but if it doesn't, Surf will just kill it. Its own Surf will kill it. Yeah, I actually missed the range, damn. I can do the weakness policy myself, but it's not gonna affect anything because it's gonna die. Also, Rhyperior has to be faster, which it is under Trick Room, so yeah. That's like also the most important part. Okay, Grimmsnarl comes out. This Grimmsnarl doesn't have weakness policy, nor is it weak to Surf, so now it's just going to be regular targeting. Grimmsnarl sees kill on Mr. Rhyme with Throat Chop after the Surf damage, and so it's going to be it targeting it, and Rhyperior is going for a Zoom Roll. Rhyperior is going to be Drill Running a Zoom Roll because it's highest damage. 2 Surf crits plus Drill Run never kills a Zoom Roll, so we fake out Grimmsnarl and play Rough It. Those two moves will always kill. Okay, so now to set up the endgame position, we are going to go to Sawsbuck on the. We're gonna go to Sawsbuck on the Rhyme slot, and it's gonna Drill Run me. I'm gonna go to Emmy on the Azumarill slot. We have Agabear in case somehow it ended up targeting Rhyme. It wouldn't ever be Fire Punch, which is the one move of it that it can't take. So, Loaded Dice Bullet Seed always kills Rhyperior, and we also, and I don't know, be aware it can do whatever it wants, just Hammer Arm, I guess. Really fresh, so this goes first. Dragoncon comes out because it's the first one that's faster since we outdamage both it and the Kangaskhan. That's going to come in first. Go into Bisharp. Dragon cannot touch either of these monsters, so we're just going to eventually kill it. I want to get 2 Hammer Arms off with Emmy. For later. So I'm just gonna like, I'm going to, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna Iron Head, I guess, because yeah, Citrus Berry would have never been dead to multiple crits because of Citrus Berry. Kangaskhan comes out with the 2 speed drops. It's going to burn out faster. I think it's going to fake out here, but that's fine. Doesn't really make a difference. Plus, Sucker Punch always kills. Um, yeah. That was by far the easiest fight in the gym. It's pretty notorious how easy that one is, but alright, so that's 3 for a zoom roll, which brings it up to 19. 1 for Sawsbuck. And 2 for Emmy. Okay, so last fight is Clifford and Macy. So this one we got a bit of prep to do for it. We're going to be, let's get the items off first. We're bringing it for this one, Marowak, Kaparaja, it's the other spot where the Brave Man on Kaparaja is going to be used. Togi, Talonflame, Omastar, and Torkoal. Okay, so we need to teach a few moves. The first one we need to teach is Rock Tomb to Marowak. It doesn't mean we're gonna need to drop Will-O-Wisp. It's whatever. I've never used this. We have Will-O-Wisp on Jellicent if we need a Whisper. And I guess scale option on Torkoal is always there. We want dual Wing Beat on Talonflame. Just get rid of Quick Guard. It's pretty niche, so whatever on losing this. And Muddy Water, which we can now use the various tutor for that. Muddy Water on Omastar. Okay, that's all for moves. Okay, this one this is the most annoying. Currently, our Marowak is lax. That messes up baiting on the mon I specifically need to. So I actually have to Serious Mince, which feels kind of annoying. Like just to get rid of a plus defense nature. It's not the worst. I do at least get to get rid of the minus def, which I could see potentially coming in handy. But there's like no other way I can make this work. I just have to do this. Okay, now for items. Marowak already has the Fit Club. Want Chestoberry on Togi. Toxic Orb on Talonflame. Iron Ball on Omastar. And Berry Juice on Torkoal, which I don't think its item really matters, but I guess might as well. Okay. That should be everything. Marowak Sirius, Rock Tomb. Dual Wing Beats, Muddy Water. Okay, so currently Carving is diagonal because Crawdon sees kill on Marowak. That's why we needed the Mysterious Mint so that Crawdon would see kill on Marowak. We can't pre-damage into the gym, so it had to be like that. But this Crawdon has Protect, so and how the AI works is that if you show fast kill to it, it's actually just like if one of your mon kills it and one of them is faster, it can even be different mons. The AI is guaranteed to click Protect, so Crawdon is always going to be protecting this room because Copper shows fast kill with both Play Rough and Superpower. So we can give this opportunity to get a free turn with Marowak. So after we kill the Wigglytuff with Iron Head, because obviously it's going to be being in Bronzong, which Copper speed ties, which is bad for how I want this to work. But to prevent that from being an issue, we're going to instead Rock Tomb our own Caparajah to lower our speed and thus make us slower than Bronzong and thus faster in Trick Room. And Ironhead, Wigglytuff. Crawdon is always going to protect here. Yep. That's fine. That never puts us in range of kill on Bronzong, so we'll be getting exactly what we want. Bronzong comes out. Because it's the only one that out damages me. Just to double check. I got no item on Caparajah. So Crawdon sees kill on Marowak still, so it's gonna be Bronzong is forced to target Caparajah. This Bronzong also has Hypnosis, which how the AI works is that on the first turn, if it's out, if it has Hypnosis, it doesn't see a kill, it always clicks Hypnosis, as long as you don't have a Chesto Berry, which my Caparajah doesn't. Since we Rock Tombed our own Caparajah, we're slower than Bronzong. We're gonna Shadow Bone kill Bronzong after, and we Play Rough kill Crawdon, which will get the kill before we get put to sleep by Bronzong's Hypnosis, potentially. I mean, it could miss, but that doesn't make a difference. And Play Rough. This always kills Crawdon. Brave Mint helps a lot with this. Bronzong should always Hypnosis Caparajah. Never should be targeting Marowak. Yep. What's this Bronzong's item? Oh yeah, Akaberry. Yeah, Shadow Bone from Marowak with Fit Club always kills Bronzong. Okay, so this should be... So Marowak's being from the Crawdon sign, so it should be Sand Slash because it out-damages us. It is also faster. And Moongus will come out because it's the last mon that exists. Sand Slash, yep. And a Moongus. So, targeting situation. Currently, the only kill it's seen on the whole board is Caparajah. Is Sand Splash into Caparajah with high horsepower. We doesn't quite see a kill on Marowak. And Amoongus sees no kill into either, so it will swap to a cross targeting. Sandslash is going for high horsepower in Caparajah, and it's Amoongus's first turn out. It should be clicking always Spore into Marowak. Because we don't have a Chesto Berry, we have Fit Club. So we switch into Togi on the Spore from Amoongus, and Sandslash, and into Talonflame on the high horsepower from Sandslash. We're going to activate our Toxic Orb as well, which is going to be important next turn. We have Chesto Berry for Spore on Togi. Yep, Spore, Togi. High horsepower talent. Yep. We get poisoned. Okay. And because Talonflame's poison, that means that it can't be put to sleep by Amoonguss. Currently, targeting situation is Sandslash sees kill into both, Amoonguss sees kill into neither. So that means that Sandslash is always going to be targeting Toki, Amoonguss is always going for Talonflame. So we first start off with, we fake out Sandslash, and we overheat Amoonguss. Take a Sludge Bomb, we never die to crit, plus poison damage. That wasn't what I intended. That doesn't change things, though. If that does technically mean that I wasted Dual Wing, but there's no way I could have known that was going to happen. If it didn't kill, Amoonguss would have healed up with Citrus Berry, but Overheat plus Dual Wing Beat always kills even with Citrus, and since we're Gale Wings, Dual Wing Beat will go before despite Trick Room. Okay, and also we would have Spiky Shield with Togi next turn. Okay, so now we're going to go to Torkoal on the high horsepower for potential high horsepower. It's random targeting, not because he's kill on both. And it's Omastar into either Stone Edge or X's, or it could have been X's, or depending on. But it's always Stone Edge in this case. Torkoal always takes high horsepower because of Shell Armor. And Oma always takes Stone Edge. Okay, so Iron Ball Omastar is slower than the Sandslash, which means that it's faster under Trick Room. So we're just going to protect with Torkoal, Muddy Water, kill Sandslash. You see, the Sandslash could protect here. It doesn't matter if it does, though, because we're just going to kill next turn then. Muddy Water's not like Surf, it doesn't target my own Torkoal. And the last one is Mawile. Mawile just dies to overheat from Torkoal. We'll protect here, but it doesn't make a difference. We'll just kill it next turn. This is really just waste time. Mawile doesn't have Sucker Punch either. I don't think there are any priority moves in this game, in this gym, except Fake Out. It makes sense because Trick Room, but yeah. Okay, so when it comes to frags, that's 2 for Caparaja, which. One for Torkoal, 1 for Omastar, which brings it above Togi now. 1 for Talonflame, and 1 for Marowak. As I said, I don't have Tate and Liza planned, so that's all for today. Alright, let's use live to raid. Sure, let's do my obligatory Narf raid.